Tonight's story also stars a rather unusual and frightening machine, the polygraph. It's a lie detector, a machine that can point out the guilty or the innocent. You'll see tonight the part it can play in reaching one of the important truths in a young couple's life.
I shall be looking forward to hearing from you in the near future. Mazel tov.
How do you spell that, Mr. Silberg?
Just make it sincerely Jules Silberg. Ruth, please.
Nope.
How long will you keep me in suspense? What did you pick up for my wife for her anniversary?
Now, you know if I tell you now, you'll tell her before the party.
I can be like a sphinx when it's necessary.
Yes, Mr. Silberg. Would you like to dictate that letter to Mr. Bromberg now?
Bromberg can wait. I'm tired of dictating. I prefer to talk to my favorite secretary.
Your diet.
Oh, one little one won't hurt. If you don't mind my asking, what about Bonnie? Did he get the promotion?
No, we're still waiting.
Oh, for 6 months you've been waiting already. So tell that husband of yours to nudge him a little.
You don't know Barney, Mr. Silberg. He's not a nudger, and I like him that way.
Of course you like him that way. He's a good man. He'll get the promotion. Yes?
Jules, I've got to talk to you.
I'll come back when you're not busy. Meanwhile, I'll call the caterer and check on the menu for your party.
Oh, the menu can wait. You stay, Ruth. No, so talk.
There's a shortage in the inventory.
Impossible.
$20,000 worth of diamonds are missing.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous or not, it's got to be reported to the bonding company.
Why?
Mrs. Taylor.
I think
I've got no secrets from Mrs. Taylor.
No, I just have a few calls I have to make. Excuse me.
Mrs. Taylor. You forgot these.
So, go ahead. You were saying?
The bonding company absolutely will not renew your bond unless we find out who's responsible for this theft.
Theft?
$20,000 worth of diamonds are missing.
Missing doesn't mean theft.
What else could it mean?
Oh, lots of things.
Like what?
Like that they got lost, maybe.
Maybe somebody just borrowed them for a while. Is that it?
Why not? Maybe I took them home myself.
Did you?
No. But before you go around accusing people of stealing, be sure.
Look, Jules, this is your company. I'm just the office manager.
Right.
But I've got a responsibility. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Thank you.
You can't run a company with $250,000 worth of stock lying around without a bond. And you won't have a bond anymore unless we find out who's responsible for this loss, if that's what you want to call it.
Well, what do we do? Call the police?
No, there's a simpler way.
Good. What?
Have every employee take a polygraph test.
Polygraph?
It's been used very successfully in similar situations.
Now, what's a polygraph?
A lie detector.
Hi, how about some coffee? Oh, no, thank you, Sally.
It's almost 4 o'clock.
No, thank you, Sally, really.
What's the matter? Don't you feel well?
I feel fine.
I saw Gurney come in here a minute ago. Did he chew you out about something?
No,
Where is old sweetness and light?
it's in with Mr. Silberg.
Ruth, you're holding back.
What do you mean?
Come on. You can tell me. What's going on?
Well, the inventory showed a shortage of $20,000.
Wait till the girls hear this. You're sure you don't want some coffee?
Maybe later.
Suit yourself. Me, I don't want to be around when Gurney hits the fan.
want you to type a memo, Mrs. Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, mhm. What's the matter, Mrs. Taylor? You don't seem with it today.
I'm sorry.
To all employees from Jules Silberg. Subject polygraph test. Polygraph tests. This is to notify all employees that tomorrow morning they will be asked to submit to a polygraph test in order to determine where the responsibility lies for the current shortage in inventory. Have Mr. Silberg sign that and put it on the bulletin board right away.
Yes, sir. Mr. Silberg.
I'm sorry. I had no choice. What else could I do?
Mr. Silberg,
Yes?
would you mind if I took the afternoon off?
You've got a headache?
Yes, I have.
Me too. This whole thing is... Go home, Post. Get some rest.
Mr. Silberg. Well, I just wanted you to know that you're the nicest man I ever worked for.
I got it from Ruth, and she got it from Mr. Gurney, and Mr. Gurney's in Mr. Silberg's office right now. What's a polygraph?
It's a lie detector test.
Are you going to take it?
No.
Neither am I.
Well, you'll probably lose your jobs if you don't.
What about you? You said you weren't going to take it.
That's right.
Well, then neither am I. What do they think this is around here? Some kind of a prison?
Not quite. I'll see you in the morning, Sally.
Where are you going? It's only 4 o'clock. What did Mr. Gurney say? Oh, Mr. Gurney, I didn't see you.
I'm home.
No.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, that's something.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, it's better.
I'll be with you in a minute.
How long before dinner?
Oh, about half an hour.
How about a drink?
I guess so.
Good. Come on up. Here's to, my new job.
Oh, Barney, you got it?
No, I'm not officially, but old Candace told me this morning. Now, don't be impatient. It won't be long now.
Oh, that's wonderful,
Yeah.
Barney.
Was anything wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. Why'd you ask that?
I don't know. You seem kind of, remote.
Barney.
Yeah.
I'd like to quit my job.
Oh, why?
Well, your promotion means a much larger salary, and we won't need the money.
And the promotion's not official yet. I told you that.
Well, didn't Mr. Candace just say...
Well, it's pretty sure. But these things take time, honey. Maybe a couple of months. I don't think we can afford to go completely wild just yet.
Well, I could get another job.
Oh, what's wrong with the job you have, honey?
Nothing,
I
really.
thought you liked Mr. Silver.
I do. It's just... I'm tired of going to work every day.
Oh, yeah, I know. Look, honey, you know how I hate you to work. Now, I promise you, the day I get my promotion...
Barney, I'm not going back there.
Oh, something happened to you?
No, nothing
Then
happened.
why do you want to leave all of a sudden?
You know Mr. Gurney, our office manager. I've told you about him before. He just makes me nervous.
Oh, honey, there are Gurneys in every office. We've got several in mine. Now, look, I don't think you should leave Mr. Silberg until you're sure you can find something else as good.
Barney, I'm not going back.
You mean you want to leave now, tonight?
Yes, Barney, I do.
Well, something must have happened down there.
Nothing happened.
You can't just walk out like that. You at least owe them 2 weeks' notice. Well, I won't let you do it, not to somebody who's been as nice to you as Mr. Silberg. No, not on some whim.
It's not a whim.
Well, what is it then?
$20,000 worth of diamonds are missing in the inventory. And Mr. Silberg has asked all of us to take a lie detector test.
You mean that's why you're going to quit, because you don't want to take a lie detector test?
That's right.
Well, it's not going to look very good if you don't take the test.
I don't care how it looks.
I do, honey.
What do you mean?
If you refuse, you're going to be under suspicion.
I'm already under suspicion. Otherwise, they wouldn't have asked me to take the test.
Honey, they're asking everyone. If you're the only one who refuses, they're going to be particularly suspicious of you.
Is that right? Asking someone to take a test which they can refuse without incriminating themselves. No, really, is that right?
Whether it's right or wrong isn't the point.
Well, then what is the point?
This thing could cause all kinds of trouble.
Oh, fine.
Well, I mean it, Ruth. If anybody were to find out about where I work, well, you know how sensitive people are about this kind of thing. It could cause all kinds of talk.
Well, let them talk. What difference does it make? You've worked hard for your promotion. You'll get it. Oh, Barney, what's wrong with us? Why do we care so much what people say or think? Why are we always so afraid?
Now, Ruth, I want you to take the test.
I told you I can't. Now, please don't make me talk about it anymore.
I don't understand if you've got nothing to hide.
If I've got nothing to hide, what?
Ruth,
What?
you didn't take those diamonds. Did you?
If I did, would you still be so anxious for me to take the test?
Have you ever filed bankruptcy?
No.
Are you employed by Silberg and Company?
Yes.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Did you steal diamonds from Silberg and Company?
No. Did I pass?
You passed.
Nothing to it.
How'd you go?
You're looking at old Truthful Sal, a machine's best friend. The only thing that worried me is I always look so guilty about everything. I was afraid I'd blow a tube in the machine or something.
Oh, they make allowances for that.
Are you still going to refuse?
I don't know.
I'm sorry I made it so tough for you by going along with them.
It's all right, Sally.
I wish I could have refused, but I got to thinking about it last night, and I decided I just couldn't afford to lose my job. Isn't it awful what a person will do to keep her job?
Don't worry about it.
But everybody else agreed to take it.
How many are there left to go?
I'm the last one. Except... Look, Ruth, if you're in any kind of trouble... Well, what I mean is, if there's anything... You know, if there's anything I can do...
No, but thank you.
I'd better be getting back to work. Good luck.
Mrs. Taylor, will you come in, please?
what this is for. Now, you can either agree to take the test or not to take it, but that decision is up to you.
And if I refuse?
In that case, I'm afraid you would have to be discharged.
The bonding company.
I think it only fair to tell you that all the others have already passed the test.
There was no need for that. Well, Ruth.
May I talk to you? Alone?
Leave us alone for a while. All right.
And when they put that thing around my chest, I thought I couldn't breathe. How did you feel? Those things on your hands?
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm Barney Taylor. My wife works here.
Oh, yes. She's in Mr. Silberry's office.
I've got to talk to her.
Well, you can wait right in here in her office. I don't think she'll be very long.
Thank you.
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Ruth Taylor's husband.
Oh, yes. I've heard a lot about you, Barney. Ruth's in my office.
I've been waiting to talk to her.
Go in, go in.
Thank you.
Gertie!
Ruth, you left so early this morning, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I was worried about you.
Were you?
Well, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
About what?
About what I asked you.
No need to be.
It was a terrible thing for me to do. Did you take the test?
No.
Where are you going to?
Do you still want me to?
Well, whatever you want to do, Ruth, that's more or less what I wanted to tell you. What we have together is more important to me than any test.
But I mean that.
Oh, I mean it.
Whatever the results.
Whatever the results.
I'm going to take the test, Barney. I've already told Mr. Silberg. And I think you ought to stay.
Let's get on with it, Ruth, shall we?
Your arm, please. Would you put this under your arm and cross your chest, please? Give me your right hand, please. And put your hands on your knees, straight out. Okay. Is your name Ruth Taylor?
Yes.
Do you live in New York City?
Yes.
Do you occasionally wear eyeglasses?
No.
Are you licensed to drive a motor vehicle?
No.
Have you ever filed bankruptcy?
No.
Are you employed by Silberg and Company?
Yes.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yes.
Ruth, quiet. What was the charge?
Forgery.
Were you convicted of the charge?
Yes, I was. I served almost a year.
You see?
Ruth, not as part of this test. But don't you think you should tell them what you told me earlier?
Well, when I was 19, I had my first job in Ames, Iowa. And I worked for a Mr. Tyler. He trusted me, and I forged his name to a check for $500.
Why?
No reason that makes sense now, but then I thought I had a lot of very good reasons. I was young, and I wanted fun. I didn't have any money. But I paid it all back.
You thought she was going to confess, didn't you? I saw it in your face.
There's still one question to ask.
How can you say...
Wait a minute.
It's all right. Go ahead and ask me.
Did you steal diamonds from Silberg and Company?
No.
The graph indicates Mrs. Taylor spoke the truth in all instances.
Well, are you satisfied? Ruth. Ruth, bonding companies have certified people with records before. I'm sure now that the truth is known, I can convince them to do so again. So you see, you have nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be all right.
No, everything is not all right.
Ruth, Mr. Silberg said it's all over.
Not for me. What happened in Ames, Iowa is my affair. And it should never have been opened up.
Sorry to barge in like this, Mr. Silberg, but here's something that's important.
What is it?
Well, it's an envelope. It had slipped behind a drawer in the vault.
Let me see it.
What is it? The shipment of diamonds from Amsterdam. There's an invoice. $19,892.40.
I'm sorry.
What do we do now? Do we say we're sorry, Ruth? Sorry we did this terrible thing to you? No, it's not as simple as that.
No, it isn't. But we can't go on being angry with each other.
Thank you. Remember that headache of mine? It's better already. In a way, Gurney, you were right. You've always been after me to keep a tighter shop around here. If I'd paid more attention to you, maybe none of this would have happened.
Mr. Silberg, may I go home now?
Well, if you wish.
I'll be back in the morning. If you still want me.
Where else could I find such a secretary? But just this once, Ruth. Try to be on time, hmm?
Ruth, what happened before we were married doesn't matter. That belongs only to you. What counts is now. Nothing's changed between us.
Well, it couldn't change for me. I hope it couldn't for you.
How could it? Where else could I ever find such a wife?